everybody and welcome to my channel. This is actually the first video on my channel, so I wasn't really sure what to post, but I knew that I wanted to make something that I knew that you guys would appreciate. Even if you don't appreciate this video, I had a lot of fun making this drawing and I want you to have fun watching this video. Please consider liking and subscribing. I didn't really think it through when I posted this video. I kind of just, went with the flow and did what I wanted to do, but I hope that you enjoy it anyways. Without further ado, let's get into the drawing. This is actually my Oc Yap, and I didn't really know how to start this drawing. You can see me flipping the camera and messing up and restarting many times. But in the end, I finally figured out what I wanted, and I stuck with that. I think that this sketch is probably better than the drawing itself because of how I started. That arm is a little crooked, but yeah, I fixed it. So yeah, anyways, this character is kind of an old character. She isn't necessarily a current character, but I still had fun drawing her anyways. Like, I kind of pulled her from the back. The reference that I'm using is also a little bit old. It was found in one of my really old Pinterest boards with all my references. I still use that board a lot, but like, that picture necessarily itself was found in the back. So I kind of just found two old things and combined them, which I thought was actually really cool because then I could, be nostalgic and vintage. That's not nostalgic or vintage. I don't know why I said that. Anyways, this drawing took me not that long. I would say it took me a good 8 hours if you count the 2 days that I was working on it. But other than that, it wasn't hard to do. I had lots of fun with it. A little background on Liwa. She was born and raised in China, and her mom was from China and her dad was from Japan. Her dad wasn't born in Japan, but he grew up most of his life there, so that's where he met his wife, because his wife went there on a business trip to see if she could, get some money to buy a house. Eventually, her mom and dad decided it would be better if she moved to the US. When she did move here, she moved into a very rural area, which is very different from where she grew up. She grew up in the city, and when she had to move somewhere like the country, it just took her a little while to get used to it. When she finally did get used to it, she had to move many places because her dad had gotten drafted into the military. Yay, military kid. It was a time right before the outbreak had hit. This story is an apocalypse story, so basically there's an apocalypse, there's a deadly disease going around and infecting everybody, but not currently. This is before the apocalypse, so pre-apocalypse. I'm going to be saying that a lot in this video. So her dad had been drafted into the military pre-apocalypse because the government was all over the place, and I mean all over the place. They did not have anything together at all. Everybody around not only in their country, but in other countries as well, were just all over the place. They wanted everything for themselves. They were greedy. They didn't know what to do. And a war broke out. Not in their country, but they needed more soldiers anyways. Her dad was drafted into the military, and they had to move everywhere. She lost a lot of her best friends and a lot of loved ones along the way. In this picture, I thought it would be cute if she was in the garden with her grandmother, picking berries and tomatoes, just like they had always done, and her grandma had figured out how to use the camera and was taking pictures of her in the garden. And I thought it would be really cute if that's what was going on in this picture, and they were just being silly and taking pictures. Sadly, her grandma did die right when the outbreak hit, like the first day. And it was very hard on her. She had to go through a lot just to survive, really, but even with just surviving, having your loved one die right on top of that is very hard, so. Her mom and dad are not known to survive. We don't know if they survived. I know, but you, the audience, does not know if they survived yet because her dad is at war and her mom is away on, let's just say, a business trip. More on that later. So I didn't really do line art for this. I kind of just jumped right into the coloring. I mean, it looks like line art here, but it isn't. It's like a cleanup sketch. I'm just gonna say that. It's a cleanup sketch. And I kind of just jumped right into coloring. I'm not too keen on rendering. I mean, I know what it is. I sort of know how to do it, but it's not professional. Like, it's not what you think. It's not what you would see a professional doing. Like, it isn't the good kind of rendering that you would expect. So it's kind of just beginner slash advanced. I'm like in between. I'm not a beginner, but I'm not advanced either. I'm a self-taught artist. Holy moly. I just went in and did the clothes myself. At first I used a picture, but then I was like, no, let's do it myself. So I went and drew it myself, and I think it turned out better than I would have ever done using a picture, so yeah. So right before the outbreak hit, she had been doing a lot of skipping school after her grandmother had died. Her grandmother was infected before it was known that the outbreak had hit them, so she didn't even know really how she died. She just thought that she was sick. She didn't know what it was. So anyways, she had been skipping a lot of school, getting terrible grades, and just not doing as well as she was before. One day, she had skipped school to go to a skating convention, and when she did, she saw this duo. They looked like a movie duo. Two guy best friends, and they looked like they were just so cool and just did everything together and made trinkets and were skating and were just totally awesome. And she wanted to be their friend so bad. So to do this, she got in the middle of the skate park and started doing some awesome tricks. She had no idea that she was actually in a contest, in the middle of a contest, and the judges thought that she was a part of it, and she wasn't. So as they were coming to hand her the golden medal, the ref and all the other contestants were angry, and I mean furious. So as she ran away with her new two best friends that were very impressed, they started bonding in a very old skate park, and they just became best friends. Sadly, she does not survive the outbreak. In the end, she is shot and killed by someone who is also feared of being infected. So this was around the first day where everyone was crazy and nobody knew what to do and everyone just wanted to survive, really. So it wasn't intentional, but could have been avoided and dealt with in a different way. He was just scared. I kind of had some trouble with the shading. I wasn't really sure what direction I wanted the sunlight to come from because in the reference itself, I was a little confused. At first, I thought it was the camera light that was on it, and then I thought it was natural sunlight. I couldn't really tell. But then I just decided to do my own thing and make it natural sunlight. Some background about her parents. Her grandmother was in the 70s, was actually a famous model, and she had enjoyed taking pictures and especially with nature, and she was actually so popular that she has old magazines of her grandmother when she was younger. And I'll show you one if I can make one. Show you guys one if I can make one. But yeah, she was pretty popular back in her day, so. Liwa enjoyed spending time with her grandmother a lot. They not only hung out in the garden a lot, but she spent more time with her grandmother than she did with her own parents. And I think it's kind of crazy because not only are her parents not really around that much, but when they are, they want to try and spend as much time with her as they can. And she kind of just let that go after a while because she had been spending so much time with her grandma, which is why it hurt when she passed a lot. Okay, so here I'm kind of struggling with the background, but I went in Pinterest and I did my own thing, adding some letters and some nice little trinkets on the side to make it look cool. I really loved how this drawing turned out. I had so much fun drawing it, and I really enjoyed spreading my art and showing you guys how much I enjoy drawing my OCs. She's one of my favorites. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. You don't have to, but I appreciate it if you do support a 13-year-old artist. And please have a great day or night, and I'll see you later.